Alright, I think that's enough waiting for me. I know, I'm trying to get stuff to start at 7, but I can't exactly wait till 7 sometimes. So, yeah, hello. Welcome back to another Solar live stream. Hasn't been too long since the previous one, but you know, feels like a while anyway. Yeah, so we're coming back to this Archipelago series that I do, where I pick out. Well, I don't actually pick out any of the games. That's the gimmick. So in Archipelago, it's a multi-game randomizer in which items from multiple games you love are all mixed up each other and made into an entirely new experience every single time. The goal of this multi-world randomizer is to go through each of the games that is chosen for me at random and beat them all and figure out what I need to do to begin with, because yeah, like everything is random. The items and the objectives and everything. I have a better description on what this is in the description. But basically, it's very much a roulette in all meanings of the word. Randomizer, the games I picked are random. Random. It doesn't sound like a word anymore, but it's random. That's what it is. And got things all set to go, and I found out that if you just idle for too long without activity, Archipelago just kind of just gives you the boot, or like inactivity. So, I suppose I should probably actually start playing the game instead of sitting here while my computer gets a little. Yeah, it's actually getting pretty hot having all this open at once, so I should probably start playing and get to a point when the games where I can just close it and save a little bit of resources. But yeah, let's start with let's go up the game list from so how I have it set up is I have 3 games of varying lengths, and the shortest length game that I've got today is Yacht Dice. So if you play Yahtzee, I imagine would be a lot of people, you'd be familiar with this. You click this, roll a die, you get a number, and then you click on the point value, click on the option with the highest point value, and get a bunch of stuff. So for every score threshold I reach, I get items. And here you see I got soda, I got an arrow upgrade, I got a letter, I got a mushroom, I got the Pegasus boots right away. Ooh. And that's and you can also probably tell from the items what the other games are. For progress, hold on. But that's not what I. Blup. So I have a little new thing on the side that shows items coming in a very fancy looking manner. Still trying to have this set up, so... I'll just, oh, don't close it. Get that away, okay. Yeah, so you'll see a pop-up on the right side of items showing up. You see at the bottom here is the progress bar that shows the relative amount of progress across the whole multi-world. So that's 6.67% of the updates done, and just just having just the inverse choice in. Now let's go and skip. Let's see what we get for choice. Roll, get a 3. Get another big set of items. Damage dodge, small key, 1 point, which got me up to 10, which is, and that's pretty much all I can do for yacht dice to start with. So I suppose now we should get to our next game on the list, Paper Mario. And switch to the right scene. There we go. Right, so come on, controller, connect. Connect. Why is it not connecting? Hurry up. Have I click in the window or something? No? Come on, don't give me problems now. When I'm trying to set things up. Maybe it'll work better if I just plug it from the charger. Come on. Come on. Wake up. Wake up. Try this again. Turn off, turn it back on. That'll work now, right? Well, don't you dare tell me this is one of those things where, like, if I turn on this system, but I don't turn on controller beforehand, it just never will ever recognize it, so I can't play with controller. Do I really have to close everything after taking all the effort to set it all up? Please don't tell me. What about the other game? It's not responding. It's not connecting. That's... Oh, it's probably not connecting because I never plugged in the USB. Yep. Way to go. Way to go, Solar. Not having everything plugged in. I mean, it is, as always, it's late at night, and I'm boringly tired, so mistakes are abound. Okay. Place one stutter aside. It should be all set now. There we go. Enter the name, and then I can start playing Paper Mario. It's such an archaic thing, you know? Just having to actually input your name instead of having it being auto-filled with, like, your PlayStation or Xbox profile or what have you. Also, just don't pay too much attention to that kerning between the L and the A there. I mean, I like the font in this game, but I don't know why the L and the A is just so weird. Or at least that's just the case in the file's naming screen. In-game. Alright, so... start out with all the items that I'm getting in from dice. But I also begin with I begin with some levels already, so I start at level 5 with 15 health, 15 flower points, which is what I use for like special attacks, and then 6 badge points, which, you know, use to equip these. And thank God I have a lot of badge points, because the badges themselves have a randomized BP cost, and these ones end up being a little expensive. Item tracker. Oop, this is my starting partner, Cooper. I was thinking the other Koopa you get in 1,000 Year Door. That is the ability to launch out like that. Come in handy many times. And a nice little badge over there. Yep, that's my early class right here. Get on top of the tree, best. The thing is not coming up. Why did it not pop up? What's going on here? Actually, I should probably check the other thing. Yeah, that's right. All that connection info is all right. And none of that's wrong, so why is it not showing up? Like, nothing on this thing is showing up. The bat shows up, but did the other thing not show up at all? Is it only progression items that show up? Oh, I think I might have said it's just progression stuff shows up, which makes that side a little bit empty. I guess in that case, I probably wouldn't be looking at the center for that. Gotta check in this thing right here. Display. No, check settings. No, let me scroll up. What's going on? Like, why is it not showing up at all? Okay, let me get one more item and make sure I'm not losing my mind. Another one right here. Pick it up. Okay, there we go. So it is working, it isn't working. I don't know why it's behaving like that. Maybe I'm just paying very bad attention. Trees here. Found myself a star piece that's useful for certain vendor here. Found a insecticide herb. That's a pretty useless item, I think. Yeah, like, it literally impacts exactly one enemy, and just that one enemy. Head. Yep, that's just there. Keep pushing towards the... Boy, getting struck by enemies. I'm into another world. A small key to Gan's Tower. Definitely come in handy. Whack a bump. Healing item. Another star piece. Oh, and we're getting into combat. Turn-based RPG, just attack the enemy, and like a lot of RPGs, you have to do a little mini game for every attack to boost how strong it is. very early game area here, so not gonna get much experience off these Goombas. These ones are nice Goombas, so I don't need to harm them. That would be very unwise. All that very fast stuff back to back here. Another small key. Yeah, Paper Mario has like the most. Probably has the most amount of checks out of all the games, most likely. And which is weird considering this is like the medium game, so it doesn't have that much checks, but that would be how it is. Get that. Okay. Shroom. Status effect. Attack item, and my inventory is already full. Just grab it. Unfortunately, with having so many items, there's gonna be a little... Oh, that was not a real item. That just blew me up. Oh my. Ultra Shroom. What's this regular mushroom, I guess? More stuff going around here. Oh yeah, it doesn't count. Item does not count for the multi-world until I pick it up. So I'm gonna have to let it go in the inventory first before I can move on. This bush. Picked out a firefly. Get rid of that stinky herb. We don't want no plants in the team. I guess the flower is a plant, strictly speaking, but we want more useful herbs. There we go. Alright, and before I explain what I was gonna do, if I try to leave this area right now off the right, I'm gonna get into a fight. So instead, I'm gonna go into this menu and go to use the homeward route, which will send me back to where I spawned in the game, Showtown. Sends me back to the hub here, where I can go straight to the shop and manage some of the items that I'm getting. Get a cape. Start piece. Do a bunch of stuff. Probably sell some stuff too. Pick up the jam and jelly. It's a very sorry. Didn't mean to. I want to sell. Actually, I don't really have many items I want to just. I'll just keep those. Buy a coin for a coin. Just stays there forever. Awesome. I wanna get to the other game soon enough, but like there's just so much going on. Just Paper Mario at this very start that I have to really get everything down. Thankfully, it is pretty quick. Coin bag. Built with 10 individual coins and it costs 15. Scam. Magic mirror. Absolutely. Another small key. Trying to get this. I'm not saying that this is going to be like a really fast game or anything, but I'm trying to have some suspicions here. Another coin. Hey. Now, checking out that little garden there. It is important. Do take note. We'll see how at some point. Another doll. Rupees. 50 rupees. Okay. So this blue house has an item right here where I'm standing, but it's like, you know, behind a wall. I'm gonna do an exploit where if I No, so I have this spin move when I press the trigger. Lets me go around really fast. But if I face away, spin, turn back and hammer, I can get the item. I can get the item much earlier than intended. And another small key. Keys are a very common thing here. Arrows, lag. Okay, I can find some lag here. Found a roll. So that's for the yacht dice. That lets me take another roll, take another spin with the dice. Get some better outcomes. One thing in the dock, and then we gotta turn back towards the other side of town. A few things actually. Oh, sent the dice. Yeah, so getting more dice and yacht dice is the most important thing by a long shot. We're gonna. So there's the way the yacht dice works, item-wise, is that in the first sphere, which is like, you know, the first set of items that are immediately available upon starting the game, in the multi-world, excuse me. At the start of a multi-world, there's one free die and one free roll. And after that, if you want to have more dice or more rolls, you have to find a die and roll fragments, respectively. We're guaranteed a die and a roll from early on, but we're gonna have to really work hard if we want to get some more dice, some more rolls to get those high scores. Lot. That's not a good sign to find so early, because that kind of just opens up this game like even more. So I think we're gonna be here for a minute. But more importantly, when we come up here, there's a sign that tells me exactly what the goal is here. On the path, you need 5 star spirits. So star spirits are the. So this game's divided up into like 8 chapters, and at the end of each chapter is a star spirit needed to be saved. So that sign's telling me I need to complete 5 chapters in this game, which is excluding the last one, because that's the one you're supposed to do. Chapter 8 is only available once I actually fulfilled that requirement on the sign, so that means I only have 2 chapters to not do. A little bit of a terrifying fact. Here's where we're gonna spend our star pieces. That's 12. And a bunch of not so useful and not so useful stuff. Oh, there might be shops to consider in Zelda. Like, I'm sure you probably figured out by now, but this is very much Zelda is involved here. One of the Zelda games. So pick up some rupees, Link, partner upgrade, gonna get Lunar Star. Yeah, nice. Yeah, so what's notable about the shop here is that the shop's contents, what you can buy with star pieces, they'll never have any important items that are required to beat the seed. However, there's a rewards program here that can have important stuff, like this Lunar Stone here. And it seems like the only other important item here is this 10-point bonus for yacht dice. The remaining items afterward are not necessary, so don't have to sweat about getting too many star pieces this run, which is a huge sigh of relief considering I also do 1,000-Year Door a lot in my own time, and star pieces tend to matter a lot more in that game, since it's a little more restrictive when it comes to, I don't know how to describe it. Sometimes just star pieces can matter a lot more, since there's. Maybe I should just save off explaining why until like 1,000-Year Door comes up in one of these streams, because it's kind of hard to explain a game that I can't really see while I'm playing. A hammer upgrade. Okay. An egg. Always take the egg. Good luck. We can leave the coconut behind though. Try not to provoke too many people. Well, I guess I'm fighting one of them. Probably fair time I get some more fights in because you don't experience like over levels. What was that? Let's get just up to hammer. It's a good hammer. And when the enemy's turn, you can also press the A button right before they hit you to block their attack. Not so much used to the timings in this game. Again, I'm more of a TTYD player. The audio is like almost the same volume as me. Turn it down more. I guess I'll have to hear how it sounds supposed. Like if there's anyone watching, like do let me know if the audio sounds good. If it's like, too loud, unbalanced, and such. Can't exactly tell that from just looking at it. I guess that is pretty loud. I'll just take a second to turn it down. The 30-ish%. Okay. Probably toss away that fire flower because that star storm item is much stronger than fire flower. Then get a big key. Coin. Getting these blocks in a certain sequence gonna cause the sentinel to spawn. But there is a chance. There's always a chance that I either forget what the sequence is. I believe there's a randomizer setting where you can make it so various in-game puzzles, such as that one, has a different combination every time. So either that one was different than the last time I'd done it, or it's just the vanilla solution and I'm just blanking. Magical seed. The seed correlates to that garden we saw earlier. If we find 4 seeds, we can go someplace special. A boo portrait. That's another key item for another chapter. There's a whole lot of items. All you need to know is that when those pop-ups come in, any items listed in purple on the feed that comes up on the right is an important item. Anything blue is unnecessary, and red items, if they ever show up, are traps. Any actual important items here? Piece of heart. Important for me because I'm so good at Zelda. Another badge. And save the attack effects badge for another time. It's just a cosmetic badge. Just changes sound effects and nothing else. 3 super mushrooms here. The story chapter. We got some Yacht Dice lore going on. I know, what a very serious game, having actual plot. My dice game. What a concept. And we got another partner upgrade here. Its orbs are, and it's for Bombette again. So partners can be ranked up twice, and there's no telling which partner's being upgraded until you actually pick up the items, so Bombette, whenever I find her, it's gonna be at max level and very strong. Another minigame. This is like probably the most, I guess, depending on your definition, this is probably one of the most minigame-filled RPGs of its time. So, like, everything's just a little fun thing like this. Ultimately, he would just stay in one spot and not jump everywhere. And just walk between 2 trees. Another Herculeaner. And then now a forced fight, which isn't that bad at all. Stomp on this Koopa to drop it down, stun it. And use Power Shell to damage them all. Just a little bit more. Nice. You go first. Fuzzy gone. And then I can just crush him with the hammer. Like you see, like the combat in this game is like really easy to understand, but there can be some very tight tactics when you really understand how these badges and moves work. Not that it's like required, not at all required in this game, just to say, because you know it's a Mario game. Still a Mario game in the end, so they can't really push the difficulty too high. But I do recommend, like, if you already know a lot about Paper Mario, I do recommend taking a look at these, like, ROM hacks and such of, like this game and also what they got going on for T2ID. So those will really challenge you to actually understand the system. Okay, so here's the most important guy of all in all of this town. There's the Elder here. There's a whole lot of favors to ask. And if I fulfill them, then he'll give me a reward. The question is if those rewards are actually meaningful. Because if they are, then this could take a while. It looks like not. So, normally how a Koopa Koot, the old guy, works is that he has an item, he does a request for you, you give him something, he'll give you either just a coin or star pieces, like every once in a while. And I'm just gonna assume by the fact that I still got a coin from him, I'm gonna take that as an assumption and hope that he doesn't actually have any meaningful rewards. That would be, not good. I mean, the items related to those quests are unique in that they're not randomized like everything else. I have that going for me, but it's still gonna take a while because the thing that unlocks more of his quests are chapter completions. And okay, this is a really bad enemy setup. Jesus, Randall. Dolphin is gone. Christmas in June. Oops, I really can't hit him at all, so Mario take care of this. Yeah, you need to complete full chapters to do more stuff with Koopa Koot. So it's gonna be a while through the exploding calculator. It's gonna be a while before I be able to get much out of him. If he does happen to actually have important items, specifically where the star pieces you usually get are. Okay, made it all the way to the dungeon of Chapter 1. Fortress. Probably should make a save. You know, just in case something happens. like the run I was doing the other day, where I unfortunately got a game over and didn't save. Yeah, that was a really sad amount of progress lost. Future reference, you wanna jump on Koopas whenever they can because they have defense. And defense is very simple in this game. They just simply take the damage it would have done and then just minus it by 1. So I would have done 4 damage with the hammer, but defense comes into play and reduces it to 3. but also since they're flipped over, like here, they take full damage again. And it also stops them attacking. Okay, door's locked, and I can't make any more progress already. Back to town. Back to Toad Town, where we're... I need to double check all the items I got, because I got a whole lot already. This whole page is already full of items. Got yellow berry, a letter. I need another partner to actually deliver this letter, so... I'm not gonna do anything yet. Magical seed. I have it planted in the flower garden in Toad Town. I need 3 more of them if I need to unlock another chapter. This is also for another chapter. Can't quite access it yet. It's for chapter 2? This just upgrades. This is the room that took me back here, and Lucky Star is just nothing to worry about. I guess the next thing to do would be to come up here and take part in the dojo. Somewhat challenging fights we can take on to get some items. And logically, the only fight that the game wants me to do is just the first one. I believe it's just the first one for now. Just gonna done now. Armed with jumps and what? This first beetle doesn't really stand a chance. Just keeps getting flipped over. 10% of all items in Paper Mario already. True. I've really been progressing through this game this fast. Well then, maybe I might get this whole AP Roulette done this week. That'd be a new one for the series. It'd also be like the first even-numbered episode of this where I actually finish the seed instead of giving up in the middle of it. A little bit maybe good things. I got a map for the Ice Palace dungeon. Link. Not too important. Maps, compasses, and that sort of stuff. Basically only useful if you're like, you know, absolute novice who just does not know where stuff is. But it does give some useful information, like where, like how many items within the dungeon you have left to find and where they are. The fortress key. Seriously, they gave me the key to, like, the Koopa... One of the keys to the... Opens the locked door of the Koopa Bros Fortress, which I literally have just left. Classic. Any, FP Plus... Okay, FP Plus is, like, unusable. Like, actually unusable. I need 8 BP to equip, and all it does is raises FP temporarily by 5. That's not great. Or for all my BP, I can lower my attack damage by 2, making my jump useless just so I can heal when I attack. Yeah, I'll just keep... Fix this hammer, I can come up to this new area. Or I could get assaulted by a squid. This is really breakneck, but, like, you know... This is what happens when you just strip away all the cutscenes and such. Come along for the ride. Ah. I believe I have set it in the settings here where I'm expected to deal a certain amount of damage every turn to get past these bloopers. There's multiple bloopers in the sewers. Yeah, they just, you know, common animal to just live inside a sewer system. Squid. And there's 3 fights. There's 3 blooper fights in the sewers, each one getting progressively tougher, which each encounter you trigger. The first one is going to be the easiest, the second one is going to be medium, and the fourth one's the third one, not 4. It's not 4 of them. I can't do math right about now, but the 3 fights and they get harder for each encounter you do. And the room that I just passed up from the right has a blooper encounter, which I'm gonna leave off as long as possible because I do not want to sabotage myself and make the next fight much harder when it's like a much bigger deal getting there, versus the room on the right where it's just I do the fight to get literally one item. So this is the first time I'm doing that attack. Wow. No idea what I'm saying. Calamari is now cooked. Dang. Halfway there, we're getting my first level up. I guess, strictly speaking, it's not my first level up. I started out with a bunch of levels, but get the picture. Hammer throw badge? Not useful. It gives me the almighty ability to throw my hammer to any enemy in battle. No, I guess that would be better than jumping. If only I could equip that. It would be stronger than just jumping in this moment, since I don't have upgraded boots just yet. But it's really not worth it wasting badge points to do something that I can already do, like hit or burn enemies. Mind you, it does do something that boots normally can't do, and that hit enemies on the head that are spiked and off the ground. But those don't happen very often. This is just, I'm better off not bothering with the badge. Even though it probably would be better for this current game state. Rise on up. It's a hidden area. Grab. Nice power. That gives me defense and attack power against fire enemies. Again, not as common as you would imagine them to be. Forgetting, I don't think I can get this thing down here. Yeah, so it's item locked behind a block, like the other ones, but this is a metal block, and this hammer can't bust metal blocks, so we can't do nothing about that. Yeah, poor Link not getting to stretch his legs just yet, but yeah, so much to do here. It's kind of overwhelming. We can open up these blue pipes to give shortcuts to other places in the world. So we can have a shortcut that goes back to the Goomba village. We can have another shortcut that takes us back to the Koopa village, which is very handy since we have the key now to the fortress. There's a lot more keys where that come from, don't worry. Not the only key we'll need. And then this third pipe takes us to this desert area. This is chapter 2. The chapter 2 area, and it's a little unnerving when you get to chapter 2 this fast because there's a whole lot of area to cover and a whole lot of items to find. Tear up. I kind of would like some more FP recovery, so I'll accept that. Melody. Another letter. That's selling a letter to someone in the area. That's a little crooked, man. Sell off this ultra mushroom. Give the super sheep. Because I gotta do a quick yeah, this shop has a mini puzzle where you need to buy those 2 weak items in that exact order to be able to unlock another check. Check is just another term when it comes to items in Archipelago. I'm gonna toss off those items I bought because those serve no purpose. I got enough items so that there's another tab now. Oh, the melody. Yeah, so there's a melody and there's also lyrics. If I had lyrics, there's an item. If I had the lyrics, I can give it to someone here in town, but instead I have the melody, which is back in Toad Town, which I'm inevitably gonna have to come back and do soon enough. 4 rupees per link. Let me check real quick. I hope the other game hasn't been like in control this entire time. No, it's still in the demo. Still in the demo. Still in the title demo because it's still busy going through here. Okay, this guy takes off his clothes and gives us some Thunder Rage. Don't think about that too hard. I made that sound worse than it was, but I mean, you know that mouse guy right there. It's unusual. Anyways, welcome to the desert. Specifically, Dry Desert. 55 items to be found here. Almost all of them we can find right now. As the name says, it's dry. So check the trees, check the bushes, check everything here. And watch that tracker go. And believe me, do watch it go because we're gonna be stuck here for a little while. Enemies, kind of fighting stuff is a little scary right now since I don't really have an AoE. I have Koops. I have Koops as my AoE. Hey, oh my god, they don't give experience. There is no point fighting enemies right now. I'm too high leveled. Another small key. Free money. Each coin bag is 10 individual coins. What do you mean? Just run away again. No point fighting. Oasis. Fake money. Got hit by a counterfeit. Get some soda. That's been out in the sun like all day, imaginably in this place, so that cannot be fresh. Got the record. Got some hot beats. And that's everything in the room, I think, I hope. And now this room, which has bandits aplenty and also items that we're gonna bob and weave. Nature's a dodge right there. That. Big stomp. I think that's everything. Just get out of here. I'm undoubtedly going to be missing a few things here and there, but here's hoping the items I've missed is not anything too important. And if it is, then, well, I guess whenever I get to hinting, I can just go and get it. La-di-da-di-da. Yeah, so this desert area, I think it's like a 7x7 grid of rooms. So, it's just a one long algorithmic and sweep of area to area. Like, I have a feeling there's a better way to go about this, but like maybe like remembering back to room so I don't like keep having to check to see if it's like the last area, but I just do it this way just to be absolutely certain. Yeah, any brick blocks you see are just duds. They don't have any items. I don't know why go out of my way to break them. I'm just salty. I'm just a little shrewd that I have to go through the desert here, so I'm gonna have to break some stuff. Also, yeah, getting into a tornado in the middle of the desert, it's just, you know, expected. I guess that'd be a dust devil, not a tornado. But anywho, that was fully intentional because that gets me one item that I won't be able to get otherwise. This small key. I'm probably gonna have every single key in the game for Zelda by the time I actually get to start playing that. Hey. Sorry, egg. I bet you were tasty. I mean, it's not cooked yet, so I actually like a hatchling in it. Live free. Not you, ice room. Yes, I'd sure like a healing item for 1 HP point, please. Health point 1. Yep. Still dashing through the desert. Dashing through the sands. Not even on a sleigh or anything. We're just literally sprinting through this desert. Mario's dry. Cooper's dry. Watt is literally like a baby son, so I don't imagine her being dry is like a likelihood. Place that last super shroom. Camp. So there's an item inside that tree right here, but we can't get it because this guy in this camp is in the way. Okay. So there's you see all these little panels with like an icon over them? Those are items that are buried and I can't reach them until I have upgraded boots. Let me ground pound. This is one of the characters that might need a letter to be delivered to. I don't have their letter yet, and I don't have the character that delivers letters. Also, I got some stuff from Dice. I like how, like, since Dice is just a web-based game, I can hear all the sound effects just whenever it gets something. It's kind of satisfying. It'd be cute if there's like a tracker of some kind that has like audio visual feedback for like every item you get. Like kind of like this I have to link this in the description. Like this is a broadcast Pelago. That's the pop-ups you're seeing on the right. I really like how it looks, so I'm using that instead of just having the the Archipelago's built-in tracker there. I think it's just more stylish. Although I do wish I probably should have that remain on screen a little bit longer. Like, it only stays up like 10 seconds, so you kind of really have to be paying attention. A letter to Fishmal. Fish. A lot of letters, but we don't have the postman partner yet. Find him out as soon as we find him. Now we're just content with ooh, progressive sword. So Link is now armed for jump charge. Take the fight. Do a blue turn. That's that. Yeah. Fried fruit for free. No thanks. And getting in the way now. Be gone. The desert's dryness is getting to me. can actually drink water. Ooh, stay hydrated. Wait for this. Hey. One thing to the left before. Up. Oh yeah, this room is fun. So there's just a block in the middle of nowhere. You hammer it and it spawns more blocks. Believe it or not, this is much faster as it is in base game. So, you know, here it was like 1-5, then... It was 1-5, then 10 to spawn those blocks. In the original game, those were like all like healing mushrooms, and they spawn at 1, 10, and 100 hits on that block. It's a little tedious. Might as well just get these enemies out of the way. Can't just one-turn them all. Oops. We're over halfway down the desert search. I apologize if this is like not the most exciting thing you've ever seen, but like, I have to do it. The game makes me have to do it. For the sake of items, so gotta get it over with. But hey, once we get this desert search done, we're probably never gonna have to step foot in this area a second time. Or we're going to have to step in again for later progression of Chapter 2, but right now, I'm just content with just getting this desert search done and then backtracking through the cliffs area. Oh, it's kind of bothering me how short these pop-ups are, so I'm gonna pop up settings here. Make that overlay duration to 205. That's 20 seconds, right? Yeah, that should be 20 seconds. Maybe I could also just make it so it just doesn't fade away on its own. That's definitely staying on screen quite a bit longer. Okay, I like it that way. I like it that way. Into small key, another life shroom. Yeah, that soda's bad. Just get rid of it. Very top of the area, so just go back left through one more time, then we can finally give this desert a break. Oh, well, first we gotta get through this evil cactus room. A lot of cactus here. And there is a item in here. One item. But you have to, well, you have to go through the top of the room, so you can dodge the Pokies easily that way, but... That was almost a sick dodge. Come on, Cooper. Yeah, really kind of a bit sad that there's still a few experience, but I mean, hey, I do have an advantage because of that, so it's a fright jar, okay. Okay, I can work with that. That item, I can just use it to just scare off enemies and not have to do a fight. Doesn't work all the time. Some enemies have a chance to just not be frightened by it, but it's very good to have regardless. Another empty room. God. Who designed this area? Like, let's have the most empty The most realistic desert ever. For better or for worse. On the N64. Another key. More money. And yep, we finally reached the end of the desert. So now we just run back down and come back towards where we're intended to enter this area from. From train station in the cliffs. Waiting for the thing to scroll back down so I can see what percentage of checks I take from Mario I've done already. Link to the past is 0%. Yep. Alright, so this... I'm just gonna tell a very blatant lie to the bird so it can just not bother me. We just run back through. Whoa, 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 whoa. Ah, come on. Yeah, don't jump on things with spikes. As you can see, that's generally a pretty bad idea. Like, it's like these guys are the worst. Why am I coming down here? I can't reach that area. I'm like trying to think of this right here. Another HP plus. It'll be a long time before I can actually start equipping more badges because I'm gonna need a whole lot of BP. None of the enemies just give experience right now. Ridiculous. More dice. Upgrade for Mario, I barely saw. Another world. And that's when all the presents you see in game. You know, they'd be third HP plus already. Heck. Gonna have like a Bulwark Mario build. He can't do much damage, but boy, can he tank everything. I'll just skip up on the life streams. I really only need to have one. Heart. Useless mushroom. I have literally an inventory filled with much better healing items. I do not need a regular old mushroom. Man, coming through these areas is gonna be so fun when I get super boots. It's so long. New category for dice. Those are the big ones right there. New categories. The block. Oops. Sorry, I still get you two mixed up. I'm very bad at identifying characters correctly. If my randomizer Pokemon playthrough was of an indication. Spin attack. How much? We got a couple badges that are not so expensive. It can actually just take off damage dodge, so I can actually do more damage. Super jump. 6 FP to use. Yeah. Hey, how's it going? See ya. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Bonk the mole, and the mole gets his revenge. Good old damage drop. Alright, here's the mailman I was talking about. This is where you usually meet him up in the main game, but instead he gives me a cookbook, and the game tries to put him in my inventory, tries to put him out on the field, but it's just a hologram since I don't actually want to air carry, that is. Stomp. All the stats jumps. star. I take that Thunder Rage. It's like my best AoE options. Items. Fake star piece? It's just cruel. Just flat out cruel. Okay, and now we take the train station to go backwards. Go back to the town. Alright, I got my personal water bottle this time, and it's like, it's really clicky. Okay, so you barely saw it, but there was a rock pile that would have stopped the train coming in from the other way, so with that gone, we can now just take the train here to go back Chapter 2 at any time. Alright then, another checkup on the items I have. I have cookbook is something. Cookbook and melody, those are stuff I can do here. Cookbook I give cook here. Oh, well, actually I can't do cookbook yet because I need to give her the frying pan first. Now, hard to use a cookbook if you don't have the means to cook. Alright, let's give him the melody. Get. This is the things I get. Never come to the Club 64 ever again. Alright, so here's the thing that Watt is really useful for. You can now, enter this whale. Inside this whale is this little fuzzy guy. Not like an actual Mario fuzzy, but just a different sort of fuzzy thing. Oh, God. Now, Watt's just... It's a little expensive here. Hey... Oh, paralysis failed. I guess Watt was gonna have to do everything. Mainly because once this boss attacks, it's gonna hang out on the ceiling and stay there. Mario can only, use his Thunder Rage. So items are the only way I can hit him. And also Watt. Watt's basically required for this battle. Not even just for the fact that you can hit him on the ceiling. But also because, you know, being a sun lights up the area, and I can't really fight this guy in the dark. Simple as that. Okay, I don't want to use my items up, so I'll just end turn. I got so upset that I blocked his attack that he didn't go back into the ceiling. That's sweet of him. That's one bite done. Good gracious experience. How I miss ye. Yeah, 25% of Paper Mario's already done. Oh my god. We're probably gonna may or may not be a Jet Seed. Like this might just be like done in sooner than I think. Whaling trip to go to an island where there's just for some reason a ton of items just left out in the open. Like, I do mean a lot of items. It's kind of ridiculous. See in the base game, these trees have a lot of coconuts in them, so naturally developers just put a bunch of coconut triggers in these trees. You know, like that. Coconut. it becomes kind of problematic with the randomizer because there's so many trees and so many items to be dropped. Oh, and the enemies here, really tough. So I'm starting to think it's not item scaling. It's just enemies are just straight to scale based on area. These guys are just how do I go about this? I'll make them dizzy. If this works. Go after this guy in the center because he has poison. Yeah, just like that. Poison for several turns. That's fine because they're not gonna do it anymore. They won't be around to harm me. Oh, and that guy in the back also has a way of poisoning me, so, yeah, just go straight in. And I think I'm gonna have to... I might actually have to just use some Ultra Shroom on myself, just so I don't die. I want to keep my life streams as long as possible. Poison gone. Lock in dismiss bush. And then I can fully focus on this fuzzy. Jungle fuzzy has a very annoying ability that might do. There it is. It'll just duplicate itself. Nothing I can do. It just duplicates itself. It has full health, and it just belongs to fight. Which I guess is still good because it gets the experience, but if I get very unlucky, if I get very unlucky, this just could go on forever. Or at least until the AI gets bored of doing it and just stops. Which is probably never. Also saps HP and heals itself. So yeah, Fuzzy's very obnoxious here. But with that, we finally get another level here. Level 6. But we finally start equipping more badges. Hooray! Fortress key. These sheep on this island. These sleepy sheep. Nice. Yoshi's here. Yoshi's. They're all panicky for some reason, though. Probably nothing. Probably nothing. Maybe they're panicking with the game suddenly giving me lag spikes. I mean, I don't blame it. It's running. Well, actually, it's not even the most demanding thing in games going on at once right now. But I don't know. I guess my computer just really just does not like trying to run N64 games. Well, actually, this is not. What am I saying? This is nowhere near as bad as it could have been. Before, I was like stuck having to use like the most high-end emulator to actually play the game, and it was not fun. Something. Hammer badge. Hammer badge just simply ignores defense. Using a special hammer attack. still the other. And you know what? Just for safety, I'm gonna check in. I'll check in both my life rooms, just so I have some to use when it's time for the boss. Any crazy guesses who the final boss of a Mario game might be? Why did I even act like that? Why did I even pretend for a second that'd be anyone else? Then granted, Mario had variety when it comes to bosses, you know. You know, I'm trolling. I know there's other bosses. There are such things. Right, so we're getting pretty close to going through the whole jungle. 20% of checks done. You can't be serious. Thankfully, further progress in this jungle is prohibited because they do not have fish. Without Sushi's help, this fish, I cannot get much further. This, and yeah, that's basically it for jungle. Let's see. 3 FP for D down pound, fence down. Maybe just get rid of damage dodge since I already have like extra health. Oh, I have a high power plus. Well, power plus and then spin attack. That's Mario destroy a weaker enemy with a spinning move. Let me make sure. Yeah, need to actually have the partner to use their ability. I was checking because there's a setting that makes it so that you can just have those abilities usable even without the partner. It's, you know, not up to my taste, so I usually have that set to require it. That sneeze coming in, hold on. Never mind, it subsided. Cut myself off in the middle of a sentence for nothing. Approaching 30% of this game done. This is getting a little ludicrous. Thanks to the passive needs some screen time. We got another vendor here. This guy sells items in a linear order for an increasingly expensive price. Just got a bow, shooting star, another freight jar. I can't hold. Super mushroom. A lamp. Warehouse key. Alright. And that's everything we can get here. We need a certain someone to blow open the wall. I was like almost like excited for a second getting warehouse key because that's like relevant for an area that it can access to from the sewers. But okay, so I still have stuff to do in this game, believe it or not. But you know what? I've been dabbling in Paper Mario for like basically an hour now. But yeah, definitely over an hour. So I think I need to give this game a break and get to Zelda. Yeah, quickly turn off sound on this so I don't keep hearing this game. And well, actually, I guess we should probably check up on Yacht Dice first. That's got some new stuff going on. So right, scene, power bites get out of the way. So now we have 2 dice, and well, Full House doesn't really mean anything for the current moment since I can't. Full House requires at least 4 die. No, and I need to have all 5 die for that. So just roll the other stuff. I'll try to get the highest number I can. The highest. Okay. Then we get the lowest. More star pieces. Okay. Alright. Alrighty then. I'm not in the right scene again. This time we go to the past. A link to the past. Music perfectly coming in on cue. Okay. This game's been dying to wait for all this time, so yeah, it's practically screaming. It's going like, ah! So let's just go right in. Start an ass house. And this is gonna take a minute. It's gonna have to process every item that's been given so far. And shockingly, despite giving so much love from all the other games, it hasn't found a single Triforce piece. So I'm betting that it's probably gonna be all in this game. It's possible. Look, a big key. Can't keep doing this. I'll eventually be allowed to move. I'll eventually be able to do stuff. I have a sword. Nice. Compass. Please. Please, just let me get to my adventure game. Oh yeah, I didn't bring up that I'm using a custom sprite. I'm using like the bobble dinosaur. That guy. It's the sprite I used last time I'd done Link to the Past on this series, but you know, I haven't changed it. Okay, well, finally intro stuff's done. Another dice fragment. This is the inventory screen. A lot of items. And hold on, my buttons are wrong. Now they're not. Yeah, I forgot to correct my button mapping this game, so I'm gonna have to change profiles on the fly with my controller. Thankfully, it lets me do that. Alright, now I'm gonna have to pull up Hop Tracker now because I have very little familiarity with Link to the Past, so I'm gonna have to. So sorry if anyone's trying to chat me in the chat room. I'm gonna have to look at this Pop Tracker. And I think that the usual play for this kind of stuff is to go straight for Castle, which I'll just go for right away. So nice having Pegasus boots, by the way. I can just speed through everything. Down the pit. The thing. Mega Rush. Thankfully, the overlay on this tracker shows up even through the Pop Tracker, so I can still see the items I'm getting. Puzzle. E. Mario. Dart my eyes back and forth so many times to check of all the items I'm getting. It make me a little dizzy. Pull this tree, get money. Again, more of the usual stuff you just do on a regular daily basis. Alright, Howard Castle. Did I say like a Howard Castle? Yeah, this is Howard's Castle, guys. Everyone's favorite Zelda character, Howard. Also, this is not... Yeah, I gotta go down there. Hop on down. Across. Go to the basement. A glove! Okay, so logic does not expect me to get the items down here. Yeah, the pop tracker actually explicitly shows me what the logic is. And, over here, it shows me that it's yellow. Yellow means it's not on logic. Red means it's not on logic. Yellow means it's obtainable but not expected. And green means it's fully possible. So I can come back into the bombs. Come back through Hyrule Castle. Get these 3 chests. Story chapter, bonus point, star piece. Not particularly useful. You have to be mindful on the bombs since I have, exactly a cap of 5 of them. I need to not blow them up willy-nilly. In fact, just to be safe, I'll even up to the hammer. Swap the hammer so I can start dying to mice. Wait, items in logic? I'll not worry about it just now. So did I remember correctly? Sometimes the Hyrule Castle theme in this game just kind of gets you claims on YouTube. Not because of Nintendo, no. Just because some people think having a cover of the song counts as owning it, and they are very ignorant about it. It's just not the greatest. Technically, yeah, the dark cross in the castle escape sequence in logic, but I don't care. I don't care enough about it. It's just one thing. One thing on the to-do list of many things. Like this rock. What could be inside here? A chest. A chest with a roll fragment. A toe? What about up here? Birds. Blobs. Those guys are electrified, by the way, so I'm gonna use an arrow to help me get along. Berry, that's lucky. Not a single bottle yet to put them in. Like the best use of berries. Okay, check the right here. This item up here I can observe. I can't obtain yet. It's a key to someplace. Find for later. Random bomb that grass. Wonderful. Okay, head up this way. Up Death Mountain. Wonder of wonders, having Death Mountain to do. Yeah, so I have a lot of stuff that I can do. And, Zelda already, but surprisingly I can't go into the Dark World just yet. I do apparently have almost everything else I can do in Death Mountain. Story chapter, And more importantly, since I've saved this old man, I can now start up here when loading up a save file, so I'll save quite a bit of time. Why can't I get on the other side of there? Probably from the top with hammer, I think. Well, I don't think this is anything. I think I just got going left. Or going up. Sprint up the ladder. It's not really any faster. Okay, hop down here? Yes, something here, the track says. Don't know if I have to drop down to this spot specifically, but looks like I have to. Paper Mario, badge. Small key to Thieves Town can be found at 76 score in Shorty's World. Nice. Sometimes there's just nice hints in around here. So those sort of signs gotta make sure to read up on. I don't know if Archipelago notes down those hints, but it'd be nice to remember in the future. Although I'm probably gonna blow by that score requirement in no time. Once I actually start getting stuff for Yacht Dice. I can get that mystery item there because I have a mirror. Go back to the wee little boy, don't mind me. Come up here, use the mirror. Up here, grab that, and hop on down. Let's score multiplier. So here's something I need a Master Sword for. And also the book. Progressive Hammer from Eddie. That is a very good thing to know. My other hammer is up here. I'll be able to get it once I find Master Sword. Wherever that is. Enemies here are a little more grueling. My toe. I mean, this guy's toe seems to be sticking very far out, so that's gonna be a little bit of a challenge. I'd say you need to clip them, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know if those kind of nails can be cut. Right. I'm here at the bottom of the mountain. Try to climb back up. Nope. Yeah, the enemies here can be a little annoying. They just keep hitting you. Well, I can just come back to the cave and hurry back there. No. Wait, hold on. I should probably do that first. I can just come back there in no time flat. Especially helps that I have the boots. Who's hurdling all these boulders down? Like, where are they coming from? And why do they stop, like, as soon as you get up here? Very suspicious, if you ask me. But, yeah, it's like an avalanche, or a boulder lanche, I guess, but... Probably should put up a sign. Put up a sign by, like the Hyrule family or something that this place is just a hazard. Well, I mean, why Why would they? This is literally Death Mountain. Death Stinking Mountain, and he wants a sign saying people to stay away. Sure. Free fairy in here. This is literally where I was about to pop out. Funny. Not funny, it's kind of aggravating. Blow up. Little shop back here. And oh, it's all important. Might be. XA, not important. Spike, okay, Spike Shield was definitely the best thing out of that shop. There's nothing else useful out of this. The left one. That's just a dead end. That's just straight up a dead end. The deadest of ends. It's like mega dead. I sure needed that one extra bomb, thanks. I was really hoping you'd like give me my hearts back or something nice. I don't think you can drop down any further. If I fall down there, I just take damage. Like nothing. Don't bother with those guys. Just up. But back up around here. Thankfully, this fairy respawns, so that's very handy to know. I think I hopped down here. Yeah, this door specifically. More fairies. These two. Looks like this cave is just not any effects. It's just here. Have I been here already? Wait, hold on. Yeah, this is different. I think. Yeah, this thing that just brings me around. Yeah, I don't know what else. There's other stuff I can do there, but same time, there's still stuff in the overworld I haven't cleared up yet. I want to do the overworld stuff before I really delve into any dungeons. Yeah, the dungeons are like the real meat and potatoes of a Zelda game, but get a hands full with the overworld first. Get acquainted with what Hyrule has to offer. Try to enter the forest here. Oh god, I spawned these. Help! Okay, it's fine. Went off screen and they're gone. Why did it? Okay, can you like show me? This thing's weirdly bugged. Why is it showing me? It showed me the Hyrule Castle map for going to one of the Lost Woods. How smart of you? How intelligent of you, fellow randomizer? A coin. Yay. drop down to the secret hideout. Oh, the woods. Another letter. This guy give me something? Just vent. No. There's a hole in the ground. Just a hole in the ground, buddy. Jeez. I want to get that fixed. How is anyone supposed to use your hideout if anyone could just drop on it any time? Like, from above. Just unexpectedly. Shove me back into the woods. Okay. Oh, right, here we go. Right down here. This place is pretty much guaranteed to have a bunch of good stuff since a lot of little places of stuff around. Such as this hut. Downstairs? Oh, would you look at that? Tons of chests. Blocks like this, and you can open them all at once. Old shroom. Ice rod. Didn't have to read to see what that was at all. No. Another map. Thieves Town. Didn't even access that dungeon yet. Another chest. Magic powder. Coincidentally, like, one thing. Hold on, let me take a second to go, doesn't seem like anyone's chatted still. Again, I'm very sorry if I'm not seeing your chat messages right now. Pop Tracker is kind of taking over my other monitor entirely. Mushroom. Yeah, see what I mean when I said this place has a lot of stuff? Another dice fragment. How much upgrade fires can carry more stuff. And then a useless coin. Auto seller, what do you have? Star piece. No. Don't need to spend that money. Okay, can break into this elderly woman's house and blow up her wall, as you do, and take probably something very valuable from her. And stole her money. I literally just stole her money. I feel no remorse. Someone help. Oh, another thing that, this is a secret area right here. No visual, but if you blow up this area, you get this little house where you can get a bunch of pickups. Like arrows and bombs and such, so pretty handy to know in future playthroughs. And especially handy here if you're about to run out of bombs. There, back up to 5. Okay, this is something. Look like it, but it's actually a store here. And oh my god, that is one expensive item. Mega Quake. That's AoE I really need in Paper Mario. Really, really need. Annoys me how there's still that other item there. It isn't logic. I can get it. I just need to get a bunch of rupees first. Maybe in the future I should probably start with like 1,000 rupees or something. Because there's no wallets in this game like there is in, like, other Zelda games. So, like, anything related to purchasing, you can just do right off the bat. I have to do that. Hey, this area, right between the gnome's house. I can actually do this when I have a powder. This bat mad at me versus me with a stinky herb. That was a stinky herb in my face and it just tells me to buzz off. Okay. Very, very effective of a very effective intruder system, I'd say. Just throw herbs. Make them stink. Library. Take whatever this item is. Our piece. I already clarified from the beginning that, like, there's pretty much almost nothing from getting star pieces at this point, so I'm not too excited about getting star pieces. Bit of a shame because there's a ton of them. I think there's like almost 100 star pieces in the pool. I know from experience that there is exactly 100 star pieces from a PTYD, but I don't know what that number looks like in the OG Paper Mario. Probably very high. Okay, here. You can have this trash. Wow, he wasn't kidding. It was trash. This is star piece though. I guess the whole one man's trash and another man's treasure ordeal, but like. Time to go gambling. Probably gonna be doing this for a little bit just to get some rupees. Wow. Try to get some rupees from this. If I get lucky, get like a 300, and then like I can just instantly get. Really, it's just 1 rupee every time. Okay, I'm not picking the middle chest anymore. I don't know if they changed this for this. Alright, fine. We'll take the right one then. Okay, now it's definitely changing. Back to left then. 50 again. I'm still profiting, so. Remember, I'm grinding up to 280. This, again, might be a solid minute. That middle chest is just a loser every time. Alright, not picking the middle chest anymore. I mean, by all means, as long as I keep winning 50s, this isn't all that slow. He caught on. I kinda wish there was just a way to just cheat and just get all the chests anyway. Yeah, one more time, and just one more time. Okay, basically came out equal. Just leave before I waste any more time on this. Alright, desert? Go to the desert? At the desert? Sure. Big boulder. Money, money. That just gets me more money, money. That should be explanatory. Oh, wait, no, don't. But yeah, I just put one inside. Open up the floodgates. Reveal another multi-world item. Most of these are probably just going to be for Paper Mario, since that one has a much bigger item pool than Yacht Dice. Understandable, since Yacht Dice has very few items, actually. Like, compared to Link to the Past in a... Compared to Link to the Past in a Paper Mario, this game has not much checks. Yacht Dice. Just, you know, evening the clock brain settling in. Your 50 rupees? Oh, you bet I am. I need the money more than you do, you NPC. I promise I'm not this criminal in real life. just a game, okay? Or just right in there. Decide to find another old guy. Another wall to blow up. Purity on these things, I tell ya. Key to Misery Mire. Dungeon that we don't have access to. Okay, check on OBS. How are we looking right now? I mean, that's not OBS. Everything looks like it's still running okay. Alright, I'm gonna go take a second to go use the bathroom. Stretch for a second, so I'll be right back. I really gotta change that message mid-stream somehow. Stealthily. Anyway, be back in a second. Wasn't long at all. Ignore. Alright, I'll go to resume. Get that pop tracker back up, and let's just keep on rolling. What do you say now would be a good time to actually go and take part in some dungeoneering? Is that what they call it? Dungeoneering? Dungeon exploration? Dungeoneering sounds cool. So with the book in hand, we can open our way to dungeoneer. Vulture thinks it's part of this rotation ceremony, but no, do not. Get lost. Good pop tracker, we're actually swapping to the right scene. Yep. So I'm pretty much just staring at this pop tracker the whole time. Jesus. This area right here is technically out of logic by virtue of the fact that I don't have all the keys yet. I'm apparently being punished for that by just getting blasted by the statue. Oh, come on. Have a heart. Actually, do please have heart. Ah, well, I didn't get one. I died. But at least since I died in a dungeon, it just puts me back out here. Instead of the alternative of having to run all the way back from either, like, my house, the sanctuary, or the old man in Death Mountain. Oh, that is... Use the ice rod. Ice rod's fun. Also, wait, hold on. I have bow and arrow with it. A ton of arrows, so maybe I should use that. Or maybe I should just keep dying. Yeah, I should just keep doing that. Dying sounds like fun. Two pair. That's another thing that needs more than 2 die. Yeah, probably just gonna be a very long exchange between Zelda and like Zelda and Mario, with no involvement from the dice for a while. Only I had a heart. Don't you dare go to sleep on me. Mammy. Found my first Triforce piece. Only 19 more to go. That's the victory condition it's picked out for Zelda. I just have to get enough Triforce pieces to win. There is more than 20. I think there's only 30 total, so I'm challenging to find them all. Listen here. A dog exists somewhere. Yeah, that's true. I have one in my house. They're upstairs right now. I don't... Yeah, sometimes they're just hints that just don't actually hit anything. They're just there to waste your time. Gotta go to the very bottom. Almost got zapped again. Run way down here for money. And then go to the second half of the dungeon, right back here. Which I can't really do much of because... Aimed. And I'm out. Mirror also has a secondary effect of letting you warp out of dungeons you're in. It's pretty cool. Fortunately, it doesn't really do much else in the overworld, so I'm gonna have to save and quit again. Okay, back to Link's house. House. I just made the name here just a big scream. You know, I'm so excited to actually play the game. There's a mind over here. Ow. Got another shop right here. Can we have some actual cheap items here? I'll get this. Roll fragment. Okay. Not the best thing it could have been, but sure. Yeah, I'm gonna really hope I get a bunch of rupee pickups from Mario or just somewhere, because I'm starting to get a little bit. All these shop items I need to get are getting to be a little bit expensive. I guess I can take advantage of the flippers I found and swing way up here. Underneath the bridge to meet everyone's favorite Zelda character, the homeless man just underneath this bridge. As auto jump. I mean, that probably had more value keeping that, but definitely just keep me auto jump is just a badge in Paper Mario that just, you know, kind of does what it says on the tin. It does the jump action command for you. Not the best. Really, the better alternative is just, you know, do the jump. Like, I mean, it's just you press A and then you press A again. Is that really so tough? You reckon? Another shop. Come on. Prison key. That does not. It might literally be a key, but it doesn't actually. Myself. Might literally say that it's a key, but it doesn't actually. It doesn't actually unlock anything useful. It's just a rest area that opens up in the last dungeon in Paper Mario. Nothing like useless. Useless jump. You know, it'd also be nice having a shield. I have not found a shield at this point, and it's getting a little... That's a little bit aggravating having to just eat all these projectiles or dodge them. Looking into the southern half of Hyrule. Oh, escape isn't anything. Fairy fountain. Restore that one heart that I was missing. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. I didn't need to press X. Use me, person. Anyways, we're gonna have a little bit of excitement here. The Moldor Cave. That's called, right? Mini Moldor Cave, excuse me. They have these guys around. They're pretty frail, but they are pretty hard to hit. Yeah, like their hitbox is like really small. You're supposed to use, you need to use bombs for these. Just gotta chuck them, and that one just fell to the abyss. Well, I guess I have to snipe this last one with an arrow. Come on. Well, way to make it easy for me in the end. And look at that. 5 checks and 1 room for doing that. Bombs. Another score multiplier. Category pair. Yacht dice can actually do some stuff. I'll check back on the yacht dice once I get close to running out of stuff in Zelda. And actually, it'd probably even be fair to maybe wrap up the stream itself soon. It's been going on for quite a minute now. You gotta hold this control. This is where the ice rod usually is. Now it's just arrows. Now it's just ugly old arrows. And with that, we're gonna do yet another saving quit. This time we're gonna warp back to the sanctuary. Make our way towards the east. Is this east is right? Yeah, the east is right. I know directions sometimes. This cave doesn't have anything. That says I can swim. I can just hop in the water and hop back in. I can just dive this guy because I don't know how to sword fight apparently. mushroom. I think I get a. Do I get a special thing for that? More expensive items, like, my god. I don't have the rupees. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, waterfall fairy. Just right up here, right? And now this is the next area. Nope, they just don't put anything right here. Why? Back out, back out, back out. I think you swing so far back just to get up here. I think that whirlpool's a teleport, but I can't remember where that goes. Back on land. Away. Beautiful. Yeah, best item in the game. Just toss it on a blob guy and it gets a funny face. Worth every penny. That for myself. Waterfall fairy up here. Why you come in here and pretend like you have something this fountain wants? I'm back with bottles. Back with bottles. Okay. Well, actually, it doesn't. I guess it's not really come back with anything because there's nothing more on the track here. Yeah, so in this area, there is a very expensive rupee purchase I can do. You know, another one. Or, you know, there's this one item I can get that doesn't cost anything. That. Well, okay, just more bombs. I don't need that. No, I can't stress enough how, kind of starting to get a little aggravating how many items I just can't get. It's because I'm lacking in funds. Let's teleport in. I believe me, it's a teleport. I'm in here, and then I'm down to Lake Hylia. Let's take you far. So let's actually get inside Eastern Palace now. Actually, this is only the second dungeon I'm entering in the light world. Here's the tower. You have to start. Worried by guards yet again. Up here. No, I think I had to be right here for the thing, right? Yep, up here. Keep going up. 3 checks in here. Power plus, star piece. Another attack effects badge. And there's one more check I can't get in here, but it's probably not going to be for a while because that guy's not going to give it to me until I find 3 pendants. Which, you know, needle in a haystack, there's only 3 of them, and this multi-world has like probably a little over 1,000 items, so it's not going to come up. Not going to come up anytime soon. I'd be shocked if it was actually anything important. Over this way to actually get to the dungeon proper. Right up here, I believe. Yep. Alright. Eastern Palace. Get to this place in no time, thanks to boots. The ultimate power of having shoes really speeds things up a lot. Large straight category. I'm still lacking in the die, though. Maybe on the other side. Blitzing on through, don't worry. Don't worry yourself. Fastest dino in all the land. Misery Mire small key again. There's another purpose of this room. Allows me to... Oh. That would allow me to go back to the other room on a lower level. But no, I did the other way. There already. Face off these skeleton guys. They are very allergic to swords. They jump away. Moments notice, so I gotta tackle them with range. What? There they are. Why do they take so long to spawn? For Skull Woods. I think that just only notifies me how many items are left. Small key to Ice Palace can be found at a Junior Trippers Playground, Bush Bottom, right in Meddy's Wood. That we know that. From below. Boss key. Palace small key. Well, actually, hey, I was just at Desert Palace, so that means I can actually, I think that means I can actually complete the Desert Palace. Like, proper. No, I think it's a switch here, right? One skeletons. Okay, those things break loose. Press the button. Another star piece. Here's great. Back at Desert Palace. Better I just speedrun my way back to the Desert Palace now. Actually, no, that doesn't. That gives me like a couple things actually. Not best to capitalize on just yet. It's also really starting to get late, so I'm probably just gonna do like this one last thing and then call it. So there's one more dungeon I haven't partaken in. It's at the top of the fountain. Smashed by a boulder. There's no speed difference in going up the ladder, sprinting, or not. Alright. Back to the dark world where we're an actual human. Now we can go up Tower. It's called Tower of Hera, right? Tower of Hera, where we have just two items, really. Just two things. I thought we had a little bit more than that. We get a cane. Medi. Wait. Oh, it was a trap. It wasn't real. Darn. Hoodwinked. No third quest in this game. I never thought of it. Actual star piece. That's it. That's. Oh yeah, I guess I do have no keys to this place, so yeah, not much I can do. All right, so plenty of checks there and there that still have yet to be obtained, but I don't know about you guys, but I'm dead tired. So I'm save and quit. I'm gonna save and quit Zelda and just take a quick second to check the other games. Got dice actually. The only thing I really have go to Yacht Dice. The only thing I really have available that I can do is pair. Literally, it's just pair. Oh, and I got a perfect. What do you know? And a Triforce piece. Oh, they are. They are. They are. There is other Triforce pieces in other games. I just got really unlucky. Yeah, that's good to know. And also 50 rupees. Wow. Received them way too late. Wrong one. And now to sort through all the items we got in paper. Probably just gonna let most of them go. Not handy. Not handy enough. Still catching up. There's that trap that I just got for myself. I think we're almost all caught up on items now. It does take a minute to queue through it all. A. Two keys. A couple of fortress keys, so definitely some stuff that we can do in the fortress area. A lot of letters, but still no parry. Quite a few upgrades, but of course they're all on partners I don't have. Oh yeah, you can also check count here on the map. Very good quality of life. Looks of it, I seem to have done just about everything I could. Being the other 4 items I did, yeah. Outpost, rugged. 8 jungle has 40. I only have 15 of them. I think now is a good time to just take a break. Right. Total check progress right now, 27.25%. I'm much on pace to do this in either this week or by halfway between 2 weeks, so that's very great, sir. Very great. Splendid. So I'll leave it to it at that. The Solaro 7. Yacht Dice Roller, Zelda player, Mario player. Player of all games, really. And I'm going to be, logging off now. So, see y'all another time. Do take care. Peace.